star, Cody Sperber, is back. Sitting here in my theater room and watching a little TED Talk, get my day started right? And I want to come and do a little Monday motivation, okay? For those of you that hang out with me on my Periscopes know that every single Monday I come to you and I bring the heat and we pump you up for the week and we get you guys motivated and ready to go out there and kick some serious butt in business, in life, in real estate. And, we always have a lot of fun on these Monday morning motivations. So if you are on the West Coast, then it's about 10 o'clock right now. And for everybody else, good afternoon or good evening. Go ahead and follow me if you haven't done so already. And if you want to learn how to make money in real estate or in business, I'm your dude, all right? So check this out. I want to show you guys something. So on Friday, I sat you guys down and I talked about the building blocks for success, and I gave you a very simple formula, okay? What's going on, everybody? All right, so listen, I at my office, I have a big whiteboard, and on Friday, you guys might have remembered, I talked about this formula for being successful. Now, for those of you that missed it, I'll do a very, very short review just so you guys understand what I'm talking about. So up at the top, we have focus, words, and movement. Those are the building blocks to create the type of emotion. Let's see if I can hold this steady. The type of emotion that you need to be able to push through. All right? You need to be able to push through and blast right past or towards your goals. All right? In order to create the right type of emotion, okay, or in order to get the activity going, you have to have the right type of emotion. You have to really, really want it. Now, step number one is focusing on what it is that you want. Step number two is saying the right words and surrounding yourself with the right people. And step three is getting that physiology going, right? Really getting that body behind it, the physicalness of driving towards your goals. And what ends up happening is you get the emotion going, then you get the activity going, and eventually you get the results, all right? So that's what we basically talked about on Friday. I want to add something to that formula that I believe is the most important part, okay? And that's the power of praise. Now, I want to talk to you guys because when I first started mentoring, okay, about 5 years ago, when I first started mentoring, I had a lady come to me, and she was deathly afraid to get on the phone and talk to a motivated seller. I mean, if you were to put her in a room of snakes, she would have been happier and more content than getting on the phone with a motivated seller. It was her number one roadblock to achieving what it is she wanted to achieve, right? That emotion, which was fear, okay, was preventing her from moving forward and doing what she knows she could do, right? She had a pretty good understanding of the technical side of real estate, but when she came to me, she basically said, Cody, I want you to teach me, okay, because you're the best in the world at negotiating and talking with motivated sellers directly. I want you to teach me how to be able to do what you do. And I kind of analyzed the situation. I said, you know what? Technically, she's pretty good. She understands real estate. I don't have to start at the beginning, but she understands the concept of investing. She understands the concept of wholesaling and fix and flipping, and she knows what to do, but she just can't get past her own fear of talking with the motivated seller. So I said, okay, listen, I don't take on very many students, so here's my deal, and you have to either be okay with this deal or go somewhere else. My deal is it's going to be $100,000 for me to mentor you, and I'm going to do it for 1 year. I'm going to allow you to talk to me for 30 minutes twice a month, and I'm going to meet with you in person once a month, okay? Now, the biggest part of my deal is the fact that whatever I say that you need to do, you have to do. You're going to get 3 strikes, and on the 3rd strikes, I'm going to walk away. I'm no longer going to mentor you. I'm going to keep all your money. All right, that's what I told her. And she was like, wow, okay. And I was like, you need to really want this. This is something that needs to be very important for you because I'm about to make you a major priority. I'm about to teach you how to go out there and make millions, okay? The $100,000 is going to be nothing compared to what I'm going to teach you how to do. She said, okay. So I said, okay, great. Meet me tomorrow, okay? I'm going to pick the location. Meet me tomorrow, and I'm going to provide you some leads, and we're gonna start making calls. And she said, okay. So the next day, she met me, and she was freaking out, right? Her palms were sweaty. She was super hesitant to even come to the meeting. And I said, okay, this is exactly, I need you to do exactly what I say that you need to do. And I had a stack of leads that I put together for her. And I handed her one of the lead cards, and I said, listen, you're going to pick up the phone, and you're going to call this lead. And right away she said, oh, I don't know, Cody. We haven't even practiced. I don't really know what to say. I said, that's strike one. That's strike one. And she kind of looked at me and was like, wait, I didn't do anything. And I said, no, that's strike one. You got 3 strikes. Hold on 1 second. And go ahead and take care of that person. And I said, okay, you ready to get back to work? And she said, okay. And I said, great. Pick up the phone and dial. So she picked up the phone, and as it started ringing, she started freaking out. She was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? And I said, that's strike 2. You need to stop thinking, stop doing anything, stop hesitating, stop procrastinating, stop freaking out. Just do what I tell you to do. That's strike 2. And she was like processing, thinking, oh my God, I'm already 1 hour into this at 2 strikes. I said, just knock it off. Stay focused. And she said, okay. And the phone rang and rang and rang, and nobody answered, and she left a voicemail. I gave her another note card with a lead on it. I said, pick up the phone and call this. And she said, okay. And she called, no answer. She left a message. I said, as soon as she hung up, she goes, oh my God, that was so painful. I don't want to call another one. I don't know what to say if they answer. I said, listen, next time when you make a call, regardless of what happens, we're going to celebrate. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, next time we make a call, no matter what happens, we're going to celebrate. So I gave her the 3rd lead. She picked up the phone, dialed the number, and she called, and nobody answered. This time she left a voicemail, and as soon as she got done, this is a true story. So as soon as she got done, she hung up the phone, and she goes, yay? And I said, no, that's not going to work. We got to celebrate. Slam that phone down and scream, pump your fist, and say, yes, this is great. Yes, I made a phone call. Yes. Okay. And she celebrated. She kind of mirrored me, right? She was like, yes, yay. Right? She wasn't really into it, but yay, okay, yes. I said, boom, here's another lead. Pick up the phone and call. This time, somebody answered, okay? And they said, listen, I'm not interested in selling my house, and hung up on her. And you could see she got red, and she got scared, and she got frustrated. And I said, celebrate, let's go. Come on, celebrate, do this with me. Yes, we did it. Oh, awesome, we got a phone call. We talked to somebody. We got to know. That's great, let's go. Yes. She started celebrating. Eventually, I had her kind of leaning forward and reaching over and patting herself on the back. I had her dancing around a little bit. I had her pumping her fist. I had her screaming yes. And we just kept doing this over and over and over for hours. Okay? Now, the reason I share this story with you is because what ended up happening by the time we were done, just a couple hours later, that praise, that celebration, started training her central nervous system to seek pleasure. She started to forget about the fact that she was scared to death to pick up the phone and make a call. I still haven't given her a script. I never told her what to say or what to do. I didn't do anything except for provide her the leads, put her in a position where she was forced to move forward, and I forced her to celebrate. And she got a lot of hang-ups. She got a lot of no's. She got a couple little minuscule conversations that really didn't go anywhere. By the way, the leads I gave her, I just went to the white pages and wrote a bunch of names on a note card. These weren't motivated seller leads. These weren't anybody special. All I wanted her to do was pick up the phone, take that action like Sammy says, and celebrate. And our central nervous system, okay, it's designed to seek pleasure. And what I started doing is I started training, ready? Building blocks to success. Movement. Right? I started training her central nervous system. I gotta go back there. Training her central nervous system to seek that pleasure. And she started getting used to that fear and started becoming more and more comfortable. And it's a very funny thing that happens. And she kind of walked away from that experience realizing that she didn't really need me. Okay? I was just a catalyst at the moment. She already knew she had it inside her. She just forgot the power of praise. And so we did this each and every day for months. We would celebrate, we would dance, we would praise every little thing. Because as A-type personalities, a lot of time we're so hard on ourselves, we forget that we're actually pretty awesome. We forget that we're doing things that 99% of the world is not doing. All we do is focus on what we haven't achieved yet. All we do is look at the future and this big hairy goal that we have somewhere in the future. But the reality is we're awesome and we're doing it. We're taking action. We're creating activity. Remember on Friday I told you the difference between action and activity is that action is repeated over and over and over until you start to train your brain, right? It's 80% psychology, 20% technical. That's it. And I knew that she was going to get better at talking on the phone eventually, as long as she can get out of her own head and start eliminating the fear. So eventually I had her start standing up, okay? So we did this little exercise called a stop exercise, and I basically said, okay, instead of just doing like a little celebration and a little dance, we're going to immediately, as soon as we hang up the phone and somebody hangs up on us or somebody says no, we're going to hang up the phone and we're immediately going to go unresourceful. Okay, unresourceful basically means that you're going to go to a sad place and you're going to slump down. You're going to allow your physical emotions and your body and everything to kind of go to this negative place, right? And so we're sitting here and we're like, oh man, we're unresourceful, we're negative, we just got hung up on. And as soon as we get to that place emotionally, okay, as soon as we get to that place emotionally, okay, what I want you to do is stand up right now, say, I am awesome, scream yes, and pump your fist, right? So then sit back down, go unresourceful. 3, 2, 1. Stand up, I'm awesome, pump your fist, okay? Sit back down, unresourceful. Stand up, 3, 2, 1. I'm awesome, pump your fist, yes! Sit back down, okay? And we just kept doing this stop exercise over and over and over, and I kept forcing her. Sit down, go unresourceful. Stand up, pump your fist, scream yes, yes! Sit back down, go unresourceful. Okay, get sad. What ends up happening is after you do that about 10 times and you get faster and faster and faster doing the stop exercise, you start to realize that you can't go unresourceful anymore, right? You can't go to that sad place. What happens is your brain creates a scotoma, and all of a sudden you can't get to that negative place anymore because your body, your physicalness, you're standing up, you're screaming, yes, this feels good, yes, let's do this. And your central nervous system overrides any negative feelings that you have in your body, and all of a sudden no longer can you go unresourceful and negative. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So when you start thinking about these things, it's your fears, your hesitation, your procrastination, whatever it is, it's just made up. It doesn't really exist. There's no reason that you can't override it by focusing on the right things, saying the right words, creating the movement, which eventually takes over your emotion, gives you that energy to do what you need to do. If you're focused on the right things, you're going to create some activity, which is repetition of action, and eventually you're going to get the results. No, this isn't in a book. Okay. Things that my mentor did with me, and now I do with my students. Okay? This is just you focusing and breaking those horrible patterns that we've all been conditioned to believe in. So that's it. That's Monday motivation. I hope you guys realize that no matter what's in your way, try those stop exercises. Start getting physical. Start saying yes. Create a pattern where you're constantly praising yourself. Walk through a door, right? This is the next thing I want you to try. Ready? We're going to walk through a door. You ever walk through one of those automatic doors that open up? Right? They just open up as soon as you walk through them. Walk through the door and go like this. Yes! I am here. Right? Just walk through that door. Do it in a building. Next time you're walking in the grocery store, door opens. Yes! I have arrived. Right? And you're going to walk right through it. By celebrating, just walking through that door, everybody's going to look at you like you're a nut job, but they're all going to say the same thing. What's that guy so happy about? Why is that guy so excited? Man, he's excited to be here. Yes! Feels good. Feels good. And you're going to just go on about your day. And I'm telling you, it's going to feel so good. Your day is going to be so great. All right. Anyways, you guys are the absolute best. I'm going to go. I have a big